Thank you for joining me on this very interesting topic. There's a lot to unpack. Um, could I be a witch? um, at one point in the mental hospital where I went for my mental illness, I was crying in the corner a lot, or just randomly crying a lot. And at one point, we were outside, and I was crying, and one of the workers came up to me and asked me what was wrong. And as I was crying, I told her, I'm a witch. And she's like, oh, you're a witch too. I know someone who's a witch. And I was like, oh, like, kind of surprised by her reaction. And she said something like, are you a good witch? And I go, I don't know. And then she told me her friend is a good witch, and to if you use your powers for good, then it's okay. And I thought that was so nice of her. Like, the reason why I started to think like maybe I'm a witch is because sometimes I will think of something or hope for something and it happens. Sometimes not so good things. And I was feeling very sad that these things were happening. Hi. And so I was crying a lot in the hospital. And another reason why that I I feel like I'm a witch is um because in church, like, not everyone, most of the people in church, they don't know like what a hallucination is or feels like, um and they think, or they tell me, like, everyone has mental struggles. And I think like that's true to an extent. Thank you. That's true to an extent. Like, everyone at some points could be anxious, some points could be depressed. But the mind altering hallucination, different dimension, paranoia, anxiety, delusions that you feel when you're under psychosis, not everyone, no, not everyone goes through that. And um and like, people think, oh, you're too pretty to ever have any kind of mental illness that is serious or whatever. But I hate to break it to you, pretty people suffer from mental illness as well. I'm okay right now, but in the past, I've had countless hallucinations, scenarios, hospital visits, everything. And yeah, like, yeah. So, going through all of this experience of witchcraft, or like things that can actually happen in your mind, it's a real thing. Going through that and like going someplace where it's like frowned upon is kind of hard. Hearing different things in the pulpit about it, that like something like one instance I was like, I heard a saying of like, a stay-at-home mom is depressed and she needs pills. And it's like, so what if she does? Like, even people in that position, that's a hard job. And sometimes it's just your mind, sometimes it's the scenario that you're in. But like you I think, you know what, I just thought of this. I think to be a preacher, you should have to go through like some kind of course, like human kindness or humanity, human development, the brain, the psychology of humans, something like that. And like get a little bit more knowledge of what can happen, because you are working with people, like majority of the time you're working with people who are really struggling in life with different diseases, cancer, diabetes, like the brain, everything like that. So like when you have cancer, you have emotional reactions. And I'm not saying all preachers are like emotionally not intelligent, but I'm saying that maybe there should be some kind of like groundwork of like, okay, what can happen here to a person, a man or a woman, both need to be covered, like, but yeah, it's just not like, that's just like an idea. Like if you're a preacher and you're talking about mental illness like it's nothing, or that it's stupid, or you don't believe it, like I'm here to say like these are things that people actually go through, and I feel like I'm a witch because of it, because it's so rare. And I had a like schizoaffective disorder is so rare, is what I had multiple times, and I'm in remission. But I had a friend who also struggled with schizophrenia, and I would meet up with him and I would just talk to him about things that he's seen, and not all of the things that he's said that he's seen I believe, but I was there for him to talk to because I was his friend. So, and he was in church, well, he was in church sometimes, out of church other times, and he just like didn't feel accepted, I guess. And some of that is, yes, because your actions cause you to be not accepted. And I'm sure there's many actions that I've done that would cause me not to be accepted in church. And that's another thing that's hard to swallow, is knowing that, like knowing that what I've done because of what I've seen, in reaction to what I've seen in my mind, is like hard for them to say accept me in my whole form of what my whole past has been. And maybe that's what they need to say and hope it, like, you can have, that's even not even really a fair thing, but like you can have a mental illness and not act on it, which is really hard. It's like saying someone's pointing a gun at you and telling you to tell them something, but you can't tell them. It's like, what are you gonna do? Die or say what they want? Like, it's like it's a hard concept. But like, I usually separate myself from. That's not true. Like, my parents have a church, and I go sometimes. And a few years back, it was a very small church for a long time, and I would feel comfortable going there even with my mental illness because it's my parents. And so they were going through all these things at home with me, so they understood that it's like a way of life right now, and that eventually, hopefully, through prayer and medication and everything, that I would come back to them and like be in remission. And so like each time I would have struggles, my parents were there for me, and also I would have a church to go to because it's my parents' church. So I felt safe in that way, and I felt like the messages in church were good and inclusive. But if I had, there was another church that I did go to that when I was having these problems, I guess the first time wasn't too bad. My parents came with me once, and then the most recent time, or the time before that, I was acting up and eventually was kind of pushed out of the church. So there's that. And yeah, I just feel like you're not accepted unless you're behaving when you have a mental illness. And even then, when you're behaving, knowing that it could happen again or has happened, and the certain churches, preachers talk down on it, it's like, well, I guess I'm in the wrong place, you know? So yeah. But I'm lucky I have my family's church, and hopefully will never experience mental illness like I have in the past with the right medications. Today, how am I doing? I'm doing well. I went to a baptism today, and then I donated my plasma, had a good talk with the physician there, and worked on my house. So very soon there's going to be a slideshow of my front porch being reconstructed. So Once that is complete and I take the final picture and I post the slideshow, you guys will see it. So I'm not serious about the whole title of this video, Could I Be a Witch? I am just, it's like a metaphor, like, because people think different things about mental illness. They don't know what to do with it or how to deal with it or what to say, or they say something and it's like not true, like everyone has it, but not everyone has it. I have YouTube, yes I do. But yeah, I'm learning some things in life, some good life skills. Going to a different church in Stockton, and not settling in one church yet, just exploring different ideas. Yeah, I'm not actually a witch, I'm just like, sometimes I feel like I'm a witch because of the different things that I've experienced. Don't break your toe. But yeah, I'm from California. But yeah, I've been needing to explore religion in general for a long time. I've always had the thought in the back of my head that I would do that. And now that I have a different work schedule, more flexible, I am more free to do more of the things that I set out to do personally. And YouTube is one of them. Be happy about my porch. I'm from California. I am happy about my porch. It's been a long time coming. Yeah, most people cannot build a house. My mom has been very helpful with the porch project. Can I call any numbers? No. You should be happy. I am happy. Why are you in your senses? You know, another thing that I have been concerned about, last night I was thinking about autism and how it's a spectrum, and how there's a lot of things that I find similar to an autistic person. Sometimes schizophrenia and autism can coincide with each other, and sometimes, like, even most recently it's only been deciphered between the two recently, more recent than you would think. And so I was like saying, thinking like maybe I was not caught in school by having autism because I was homeschooled, and then also in college it's kind of like you build your own schedule, it's your own pace, your own workload and homework at home, and they're not really looking out for autistic traits or learning disabilities because they expect that to be caught in preschool or like preschool and beyond, not really in college. And so I was kind of thinking that I would get my doctor to do a test on me to see if I have autism. My doctor's appointment is not until next month, but I will see. But I will see if I have it. Hopefully he'll give me an answer, because I did take an autistic online test. I love you too. And I came back really autistic in the online test. Really, really bad. Really bad. I was it's not funny. I was really, my scores were really autistic. So so that's something to be concerned about. I just hope to get like answers, I think, to see if I am, and then see what things might help my mental state and different things. And I feel like I have little focus on things. Like I'll be obsessed about something and do it all the time and hopefully like achieve something, and then once I achieve something or a small thing, then I move on to the next thing or the next thing, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I did do that, can I go back to that and do that again, and then I'll go back to that. So like my focus is little different, a little bit off. Like, and then like Uber driving, I feel like I can do it all the time, but then I'll do it and then I'll be like, oh yeah, $50, that's enough, and then stop. And that's not the right thing to do. It has to be $100 each day, make $500 a week, and that's the quota. Come on, like, start to do that for myself. You don't recognize emotions sometimes. Yeah, there's a lot of things, like masking. I'll notice myself looking to other people for ways for myself to act. So I'll not know what to do. Like if it were up to me, I'll just be like, blah, blah, blah. If it were up to me, like I would do something completely out of character of any human being in the world. I will like throw something or yell penis or something something like that if it were up to me. But I have to stop myself and say, this is how that person acts, like put on the mask and then start acting like that person. Probably. But yeah, I need to figure some things out. I feel like I'm kind of lost. Am I an actor? I wish. Thanks. But yeah, I need to like get some things figured out. What what were your stalking tactics? I don't remember what that was from. I'm 32. I bet you do art. I do construction. Ignore the thirsty losers in here. But yeah. Yeah, I'm like not a witch, but I'm just like a person that has experienced different dimensions. It's like I'm on drugs, but I've never taken drugs in my life. It's the different dimensions, man. Your face is very sad. I'm sorry. We are cursed. Do I have a partner? No. I do enjoy laughing. You look pregnant? I wish. Don't have no baby in there. You'll fix me right up. Laughter is the best medicine. I'm gonna smoke a bowl for who you, God knows who for. Yeah, because guys fix everything. I don't think even if I had the most amazing man that all of my problems would be fixed. I think that's false doctrine. Favorite Bible verse? 1 Corinthians 1:11. No, not all your problems, but you'd feel lived indifferent. Guys put too much pressure on me. Your problems are someone's dreams. You gotta fix yourself and love yourself before you can love anyone else. You okay? I'm good. And you're having joy, so you'd have strength. Yeah, true. I need to be hugged regularly. That's true. Thanks. Do I dye my hair? I do not. It's all natural. What's my opinion on Cheerios? I like the honey ones. Some of our heaviness comes from the lack of joy. True. My brothers and sisters, some from Chloe's household, have informed me that there are quarrels among you. 1 Corinthians 1:11. I love how you look that up. How was my day? My day was actually really good. John 14:3 is my favorite. I think that we need to, these are my opinions. Someone just asked in the comments, Trump or Kamala. What I think we need to do is, for abortion, case by case. If it's not a need, you don't get it. If you're gonna die, you get it. Something like that. I don't know. Just my thoughts. Another thing. Clean energy. We need to get these cars in order. Everything has restrictions, whatever, but it seems like cars, you can drive like a toothpick and they'll let you have a license and drive it. So we need something safer about the roads. That's a fact. Another thing is jobs. We need to figure out how to pay people so men have their jobs, women have their jobs, but what's getting paid more? Men. Women's jobs go down here. So it's like, if both jobs were valued at the same rate, they would be like here. So we need to figure out that some jobs are more equipped for women, some jobs are more equipped for men. And somehow you need to make it equal. That's my opinion. Not that men and women are doing one job. That's a fact. Like, yeah, you're getting paid to do the work you do, whatever. Yes, but there's men's jobs that pay like up here, and there's women's jobs that pay like down here. We need to find a sweet spot saying these jobs are valuable as well. These jobs are already valuable, yeah, known fact, okay, you need these, but also you need these jobs too. So they need to go up. Just logic. And then another thing is mental health. You cannot dismiss a whole demographic of people who need help. You can't dismiss, say they're crazy, keep them in there forever, blah blah blah. Nothing's gonna, they don't matter, whatever. What you need to do, more research, more medicine that works, more therapies that are not biased, different things, different programs, more facilities, maybe even like do like an AI therapist that just does not judge at all, does not over talk, whatever it is. Maybe do more structured things that help for sure, instead of, oh, this might help, that medicine might help, that medicine might, like we're guinea pigs. And then like in the hospitals, they shoot you up, take this. No, you need to listen to the patient saying this medicine, if I take this, my heart rate goes down. Risperidone, don't ever give me risperidone in that amount of medication ever again. My heart rate goes down. I'm laying in the bed, barely able to move because I feel like a ton of bricks are on top of my whole body. Another thing is if you're going to be a leader, you need to learn how to talk, learn how to speak without lying, without so many different um, tactics. It's like psychological tactics. And it's like, we're probably way past. Eventually, certain people will make it to where we're way past a popularity contest. Like, why do we need a popularity contest to have someone run a country in the right way? Like, obviously, like, people are gonna go for that gimmick, like, it's like gambling. It's like, oh yeah, give me more like things to look at, and then I'll do the little thing and just keep on more and more and more and more. It's like, no, you need to stop, think about it. Just because you're Christian or whatever, go for a conservative guy. Like, just because you are gay, go for a Democrat. No, you go for the person or people, because there's more than just the president. There's many, 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 many people down through the line that you need to vote for and figure out, hey, is this person going to be doing this for me? Is that person going to be doing this for me? Like, another thing is, like, when you're voting, a lot of people don't even know what's on the ballot. Like, I don't know what's on the ballot. Like, there's no, like, person behind the ballot saying, this candidate believes in this, this candidate believes in this. You see snippets on the news, like, little snippets of, like, try to get you to vote for this, try to get you to vote for this. But no, you need to do your homework. There's, like, a whole book. I've never read the book because I don't like reading in general. Confession time. But, like, so get the book, read the book, really understand what you're voting for, and then go from there. That's what I feel about Trump and Kamala. But yeah, I don't vote personally. Thank you. I don't vote personally. I believe that I'm gonna let other people decide for me, but I believe in Jesus, and I believe that all authority comes from God, and even if one person was voted for more than the other, and it's like not exactly what I want, I believe, well, I wasn't in control of anything at all. And so whatever good or bad comes of it, then it wasn't my responsibility because I voted for that person. But maybe I will change in the future, I don't know. Because some things are really important to me, like mental health, cars being safer, what else? Different things like that. That's just like essential. Please consider voting. But yeah, that's all I have to say tonight. Yeah. I don't believe in drill baby drill because I do believe in pollution and different things like that. I think we're headed in a direction where we're gonna probably need like cars that are more safe and even probably smart apartments. So with the climate and the different natural disasters that happen, so like fires going through California, and like people are, even though it's going to be a lot of money, I believe that people are going to need houses that won't just burn down or houses that won't just flood. And like sometimes I feel like women have the choice to kill at the moment, but also the good that that will be that we will need if Kamala is president will save a lot of lives. Hey. What about the border crisis? I don't know about the border crisis. I think that even if we have a wall, that there's going to be a way for other countries still to come in. I do. It's 1 Corinthians 1:11. But I think there's probably some good that a wall could do. But there's also negotiations that need to happen instead of just a physical barrier. I don't know if Jesus would build a wall or not. I'm 32. My brothers and sisters, some from Chloe's household, have informed me that there are quarrels among you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts about mental health and women's rights. You're welcome. But yeah. Alright, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Women already have enough rights. Okay. Am I actually involved in the movement? What movement? I do look depressed from time to time. Yeah. But yeah. Didn't expect all that to come out tonight, but am I a 90s baby? Yes. I have depression until I realize the life I do to Dan Joel. Harris is a criminal. Less government in our lives. I don't know. I don't think it's as a Christian my place to promote a side. Shyla, there's a little doggy right behind me. Shyla. Everyone can get any job they qualify for. I don't think you want me out there on the roads doing pavement. Not over social media though. Why not? It took me 8 years to build a house the size of a shed, and I'm not done. I don't think you want me out there doing road construction. It'd be like one pillar this big, and I'll put like a little teaspoon of like cement, and I'll get this much done in one day. I don't think you want me to do that. I don't think either side is right. I think there's somewhere in the middle that's right. I don't think one extreme or the other is right. Yeah, if I don't qualify for a job in construction, I won't get it. What am I gonna do? Like, take my pink gloves and my eyeglasses for eye protection? Like, they're not gonna give it to me. Okay, bye. Are you okay? Hello from Canada. Exactly. I don't want you babysitting, and you don't want me doing road construction. Two very different jobs, but both very important. But pay scale, babysitting, construction up here. So we need to put a little gap between there that's not so big. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the jobs are different in pay, is what I'm saying. I want to be a millionaire, but the only skill set I have is phlebotomy and childcare. So I'm an Uber driver. Oh, and driving. But yeah, another thing is like, as an Uber driver, like I know a person who is an Uber driver, and I'm sure he makes more than me because he has more stamina, motivation, masculinity, drive, whatever a guy is comprised of. He has more of that than I do. I don't know. I think men and women are different. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, like housewives or people who bear children, I mean women who bear children, they don't get paid anything. They have to leech off of, if that's their choice. They do other things. Obviously, other people do that, but me personally, if I ever have a child, I mean married and then child, I would want to stay home. And I don't get paid at all, even though I'm doing something really important, raising human beings. But I have to like leech off of my partner, and I don't think that's fair. And that's why I've been doing YouTube in my home. Like, this is my little office. I've been sitting in this chair at this desk talking to you guys for a few weeks now. And so yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, is like make this my job. Mental health is the real wealth. Yeah, I actually considered being a psychiatric technician. So that is kind of like one of the avenues I've been thinking about. Um, but like, I feel like it's unfair to have to put, like, I guess it's because men make more, but it's like, I don't even rely on my parents since I was 18 for money. I've always just made my own. So it's like going to be so foreign to me to leech off of someone else. Can we be friends? Yes. Yeah, some women make a lot of money. My thoughts on people who choose not to have children is I'm sure you have your reasons. I mean, women. Did I say people? I meant like women. I mean, a man probably has some part in that, but choose not to have children. I think that's perfectly okay. Not everyone is meant to bear children and raise them. If that's not what you feel like you're called to do, then I think that there's other things in life that you can do that are just as valuable. Like helping other people or your community or in your job or even your other family that you have that are also important. Mothers should not have to work, period. I agree. It's not about leeching, it's combining, walking together, sharing that debt that is life. Yeah, I don't ever have a partner who makes me feel safe enough for me to trust that that he will support me financially. Maybe I'm just not there in life yet. I don't know. I love cats. Not all women should be rearing children. Some women have children and they abuse them. I don't have kids. Here we go. Yet, Chloe. Maybe you're not pretty enough for a man with money to support you. I never thought of that. Thank you. I never thought that I'm not pretty enough. Obviously, I know I'm not the prettiest girl. I don't think she's wanting to really acknowledge the role a housewife plays. I'm too lazy for it, I think. You are the most beautiful person ever. Thank you. You are very honest, yes. Well, then you shouldn't have a baby with someone who you don't trust. Exactly. That's why I cut them off. I'm like, no, if you reject me, I reject you. Never again. Would you be willing to be a sugar baby for a high amount? Now we're talking. You have a question? Yes. Ask it. You are pretty enough, but you are not like other girls who are gold diggers. You know what I mean? You know what bothers me is like a guy who is like you're not married to and he wants sex all the time, and if you don't give it to him, then he's like, you're never gonna give me enough sex, and I'm like, no, it's because I'm not married to you. Why would I give you sex if we're not married? So either way, if I give it or don't give it, he's breaking up with me. This is what the world has come to. I'm here to tell you. Can you be a mod? Yes, I need some moderators, but for right now, I'm just looking for watch time, so I don't care who sees at the moment, but later in the future, I will consider it. How's your day going? Good. Since you're not pretty, will you be willing to be the financial provider in the relationship? It depends on if I make it on YouTube or not. Okay. I will leave you with that traumatic diarrhea. I need content to make it on YouTube. I know, I'm working on it. I always envied my grandparents. They were married for like 40 years before my grandfather died. Aww. Can you please give me a shout out? Galaxy! 200 years ago, you would be the hottest girl in the village. Modern America is mentally ill. Are you fake? Because some people use people for likes. Absolutely. No, I'm kidding. I like and subscribe. Thank you. Do you believe in God? Yes. Not all men make you feel ugly, but some men are like, this is not build a girl. You meant 80 years ago. Okay. Alright. That's all. That's all for tonight. This has been an extremely long live and very emotional, and all I wanted to talk about is if I'm a witch or not. But you guys got me to talk about all sorts of things. Good night and God bless. Bye.